Good morning, dear students. In this class, we shall study a lesson. There is a girl by the track. 10th standard English. Before start the lesson, let us have a small situation. Dear student, imagine that if you are going to somewhere else, on the way, while you are going, you see a man who is suffering from heavy bleeding, who has just met with an accident. Just after you see the person, how do you react to the situation? Or what will you do to the person? Yes, my dear students, just like that, we should always show compassion to the person who is in a critical situation. Especially nowadays, we are watching television news and reading newspaper news. We have come across all those things. The prime news is number of people are suffering from and dying from coronavirus. If we see such people or such patients, we should not go or we should not run away from them. Instead of going away from them, we should show mercy to the people. We should show pity on them. Dear student, in this class, there is a boy named Baleshwara Mishra who shows courtesy or compassion to a girl who has just fallen by the track while she was traveling by a track. Unfortunately, she has fallen. Nobody comes to help her, but this youngster comes forward and gives his hand and help to the girl to admit to the hospital. Let us study about the boy or a man. Detail in the lesson, there is a girl by the track. This is the second lesson of 10th English language, written by Devan Kannan. Dear student, I will read the lesson. You must listen carefully and you must put your finger where I read. Okay, I will start the lesson. There is a girl by the tracks, written by Devan Kannan. Nobody dares to go where this youngster did. Para first. As the Mumbai Suburban Electric Train made its 22nd 6:32 p.m. halt at a station, commuters swarmed out and into its 12 packed coaches. It's a regular scene in a round India's most populated metropolis. Having just managed to squeeze herself into a ladies' compartment, 21-year-old call center executive Roma Tadreza tried to settle into a corner near the door. The train hurtled ahead and Roma, jammed between other women, was trying to find some space to stand safely on when suddenly got pushed, lost her tenuous foothold and panicked. Her hands reached for the steel railing above, but finding only air, Roma was thrown out of the coach. The clattering roar of the train muffled the thud of her fall on the ground more than a meter below. She was knocked senseless. Standing near the door of another train, speeding in the opposite direction, 20-year-old Baleshwar Mishra could not believe what he had just seen. A young woman in a black salwar kameez lying next to the tracks. Meanwhile, gasps and screams emanated from his compartment. There is a girl by the tracks, the voices cried out. Impulsively, Baleshwar went and grabbed the train's red emergency chain and pulled it down frantically. The train screeched, slowing down. He then surveyed the compartment full of weary faces. Let us go and help her, he shouted. But nobody volunteered, afraid of getting involved, of being inconvenienced perhaps. His heart hammered his chest. Baleshwar showed himself to the door and jumped off the still moving train. As he landed on the ground, a burst of pain shot up in his ankle, but there was no real damage. He got up to find part of his old rubber slippers sole torn off as a result of his fall. But Baleshwara started to sprint back between the tracks as his train picked up speed again and disappeared. Dear student, now I have read out 5 paragraphs. I hope that every student would listen carefully. Now, did you find any new words in these 5 paragraphs? Very good student. If you find any new words, list out me and who will tell the new words. Let me to list out the new words from the 5 paragraph. Thank you. Dear student, did you list out new words from your side? Okay. Well, student. I have also listed some new words from the textbook. Here, first one. Look at here. New words from the lesson. First one, suburban. There is a word suburban in the first paragraph. It means a place outside a city. Here, the place suburban refers that it is one of the places in outside the city of Bombay. Commuters. Second one is commuter. What does it mean? It means one who travels to workplace daily. Or we can also say that passengers who always travel from one place to another. Next, swarm. Swarm, it means rush. Here, passengers always used to swarm or rush into the train. Next, squeeze. It means to make a place forcefully. So dear student, whenever we are not able to find a place in the rushed places, then we try to make a place by forcefully. That is called squeeze. Here, Roma uses to squeeze herself to make a place in the train. Next, halted. It means move fast. So when the train starts to move, it moves very fast. It can be said halted. It means move fast. Let us know the meaning detail. As the Mumbai suburban electric train made its 22nd, dear student, here there is a girl by the track. This incident is taken place in a railway station of a suburban. As I told earlier, it is outside place of a city. In this case, electrical train comes to the railway station and it makes a halt for only 20 seconds. When did it halt? It halt 6:32 p.m. So within a span of 20 seconds, what all the passengers should do? Commuters swarmed out and into its 12-packed coaches. As I told in earlier, commuters means one who travels to workplace. Commuter, they go into the compartment and come out of the compartment. They must do this activity within only 20 seconds. Dear student, just we cannot even imagine that we cannot do anything else within 20 seconds. But here, all the commuters, they must get into the apartment and get out of the compartment within a 20 seconds. So here all the commuters, they are rushed to go to their work. The entire train is consisted of 12 packed coaches. It is a regular scene in the around India's most populated metropolis. Dear student, this is the regular scene we can see around our country, especially in the metropolitan cities or metropolis cities. So what is called metropolis? Metropolis means heavy populated area. In this kind of heavy populated area, we can see metro train. It is very good example of our Bengaluru. We can see metro train. It is named by our Karnataka government Namma Metro. Such a kind of cities having more metro trains. Having just managed to squeeze herself into a various compartment, she, as I told, squeeze means to make a place forcefully. Here, the girl is nothing but Roma Theresa. She is trying to make a place in between women in the compartment. She is now 21-year-old call center executive Roma Theresa. Her name is, the girl name is Roma Theresa. She is 21-year-old girl. She is making a place in the compartment. She tries to settle into a corner near the door. Here, since there is a huge population and they wanted to settle into the compartment, so here Roma also tries to make a small place forcefully in the compartment between the women near the door. Here we can find out one word. We can underline that. Near. What is the opposite of the word near? What is the opposite of the word near? Far. Very good. Near. F-A-R. Far. And one more opposite word is there. Regular. Regular. The antonym, it is also called as antonym. Antonym of regular is irregular. Irregular. Then she is trying to settle near the door, and she is settled there. The train halted ahead, and Roma jumped between the other women. As I told, it halts only for 20 seconds. Within the 20 seconds, the train halts and moves. So in the span of time, she tries to take a small place, and then the train moves fast. As I told, halted means move fast. The train moves fast to the towards the next railway station. Find some space to stand safely on when she suddenly got pushed. Lost her tenuous foothold and panicked. See, when the train started to move fast, she is trying to settle there, but unfortunately, she did not know who pushed her, but someone pushed her in the compartment. Her hands reached for the steel railing above, but finding only air. Her hands reached for the steel railing above, but finding only air. She was trying to catch the steel rod in the train, but she could not catch it. She could only catch the air. It means it was useful for her. Roma was thrown out of the coach. She was thrown. She was pushed out of the train or the coach. The clattering roar of the train muffled the thud of her fall. Dear student, the she was falling by the moving train, the sound did not hear properly because the train sound is more than her falling sound. So that is why it was hidden. Her falling sound was hidden on the ground more than a meter below. She was fallen more than a meter below of the train. But she was knocked senseless. When she was fallen by the track, she was knocked senseless. She was severely injured. She lost her consciousness. Here we can find two more antonyms, that is steel railing above. What is the opposite of the word above? The opposite of the word above is below. You can also find below. Another antonym word is more. What is the opposite of the word more? Yes, very good student. Less. These are the antonyms, and also we can also say these antonyms are opposite words. Standing near the door of another train speeding in the opposite direction. So standing one more train which was coming opposite direction. There we can find a man. This is the introduction of Baleshwara Mishra, what we discussed in the initial part of the lesson. 20-year-old Baleshwara Mishra could not believe what he had just seen. So just even he couldn't believe what just had happened. Dear student, what had happened? Yes, she was fallen by the track. When the other train was coming opposite, then Baleshwara Mishra saw the falling of Roma Tadreza from the other train. When he saw the situation or the scene, he couldn't believe that because she was fallen by the track. A young woman in a black silver kameez. She was dressed black silver kameez, lying next to the tracks. Meanwhile, gasps and screams emanated from the compartment. Here, dear student, emanated means come. Here, gasps. Gasps means take a long breath, and scream, cried in a loud voice. All the passengers, all the commuters, they are crying loudly, just like that. There is a girl by the track. The voice is cried out. All the commuters or the passengers of the train, they cried loudly, there is a girl by the track. Here, in this title, who is girl referred here? Girl refers to Roma Tadreza. Okay, dear student. In the paragraph of 3, there is one extract. That is, there is a girl by the tracks. Let us see in reference to context. Reference to context. First one, there is a girl by the track. Here, I will make a few sub questions regarding this extent. Let us know who will answer for the sub questions. Sub question 1. It is named as A. Who is the girl? Who is the girl referred here? Who is the girl referred here? The right answer is there is a girl by the track. Who is the girl referred here? The girl referred here is the girl referred here is Roma. Why did the passengers cry like this? Because the girl, which named Roma Talreza, the girl, unfortunately fallen by the railway track. I will write here the girl fallen by the tracks. Okay, dear student, we will stop in this class. The remaining things we will discuss in the later classes. Thank you so much.